the first 3 Lamborghini Revuelto 1000 horsepower hypercars in the UK, and they're here at Topaz Detailing. Wow, well what a way to start a video. We're here at Topaz Hatfield, and this is the star of the show. I know you want to know more about the Lamborghini Revuelto, which we've got some of the first few cars in the UK here with us at various Topaz sites. However, I could not go without mentioning this next to it. Old school 90s Lamborghini Diablo VT Roadster. What a beast. It's only by chance that these two cars are here in a pretty similar colour. But of course, we have to get them side by side, show a little bit of a comparison of two completely different generations of Lamborghini mid-engined V12 supercar. So this, the Diablo, models from the early 90s, however this is a 2000, mid-engined V12, manual gearbox producing around about 500 horsepower. Fast forward nearly quarter of a decade and we've ended up with double the horsepower at the 1000 horsepower Lamborghini plug-in hybrid Revuelto. Same basic ingredients, mid-engined, big naturally aspirated V12 engine that howls. However, a very important difference on this car, as I mentioned, it's a hybrid, meaning it's got 3 electric motors that are permanently driven, giving this car that extra boost when you need it, when you need to overtake. However, more to come in this video. We're actually going to be doing a satin conversion on a different car and black PPF, so we're going to make it look completely different to how it came into us, as well of course as just standard gloss PPF on this car. This car's actually come from our friends at Lamborghini London. This car's come from our friends at Lamborghini Pangbourne. Lots more Lamborghini love to come in this video. However, something else from the 90s I want to show you over here. If you remember back to Christmas time, we did a Level 2 detail giveaway with the Topaz shop, and here is the winner, this stunning, incredibly rare Mercedes-Benz R129 SL60 AMG 6-litre V8 engine convertible. What a beast, and it's looking absolutely fantastic. We're not 100% finished yet, however this car is in the process of having our Level 2 detail, and when it's done it is going to look like brand new. And just like that, we're now in London and something very exciting is hiding behind me. Of course, it's another Revuelto, but not only did we PPF this one, we did something even more exciting. So let's rewind now and see exactly what we've done to this car. A little bit of a bonus in this very heavily Lamborghini video. We've got a two-wheeled Lamborghini. You might think, what on earth am I on about? This is the Ducati Street Fighter V4 63 edition, collaboration with Lamborghini. Just 63 of these superbikes ever made. I believe this bike costs around about £85,000 for a motorbike, but look at it, it is just stunning. This Verde Hermes paintwork currently being patterned by Carl, our PPF installer here, before of course PPFing the whole bike. One very cool touch is the Lamborghini style alloy wheels front and back that this superbike has. What a beast. So here it is. You probably got a little bit of a taster from the footage of what we've done to this car, but to explain exactly, this car not only has had our paint protection film, it's actually had our satin paint protection film. This is a satin conversion. So if I come round here and show you inside the door, for instance, you'll see this lovely gloss yellow paintwork. However, the rest of the car, and I wish you could come and stroke this yourself, the rest of the car is super silky and smooth because it's got our satin PPF all over it, although it's not quite that simple. You might notice the roof, gloss black PPF. So these are all pieces from our customised range here at Topaz Detailing. We've got this new offering to make your car just that little bit more personal. So things like the satin conversion, taking a gloss colour and making it satin, but the exact same colour underneath. Black PPF, we now do carbon fibre PPF, we do tinted PPF, but I think we've got a really nice mix here on this car, the way we've broken up the roofline, something not quite offered from Lamborghini yet at least, and this car actually is Lamborghini Pangbon's demonstrator, so it's a testament to the work we're doing here, that they're willing to put our black PPF on the roof and some other places on their demonstrator. And of course the satin PPF as well, but the result is really, really nice. The way it accentuates the contours, like these shapes around the back here, what it does to the shadows and the highlights on the lines of this car are just what you can't quite appreciate when it's gloss. So it gives the car a completely different look. Obviously that orange car over in Hatfield looked fantastic, but dare I say it, I think this one looks even nicer after what we've done to it. So just taking a closer look at the black PPF on this roof, the finish is so nice. I have to say I've seen OEM paint finishes with more texture than this. Just look at the reflections, you look at the lights reflected in the roof, the finish is so nice. I think if you came up to this car on the street, you would not know that we'd done something to it. Again, if you look at the join lines and the corners and the edges and the wraparounds on the satin PPF, you can't see gloss paintwork coming through anywhere, so you'd be forgiven for thinking that all of this was a factory finish. But talking more about this model, obviously the Lamborghini Aventador, its predecessor, came out all the way back in 2011. That was a long, long time ago. That model ran for a long time with lots of different variations, obviously ending in the Ultimate. So it was time for a refresh, and this is what Lamborghini brought out. And I have to say, when this car first got released to the world, I wasn't so sure on the styling. However, now, when I see it in the flesh, I absolutely love it, especially this exhaust around here. I think that design is just bonkers. But yes, it's still got that screaming 6.5 litre naturally aspirated V12 engine. However, it now is a hybrid, so it's producing 1001 brake horsepower. Bear in mind the Aventador, when it came out, was only making a mere 700 horsepower. Another thing that this car has up its sleeve, it's got an 8-speed all-new dual clutch gearbox. One of the characteristics of the Aventador was its slow, quite prehistoric single clutch gearbox. It's what gave it that scream on the gear shifts. However, of course, it held the car back. So now that this car is a dual clutch and has 1,000 horsepower, still all-wheel drive, can do 0 to 60 in just 2.5 seconds and a top speed of 217 miles an hour. Currently, all of these cars are spoken for. If you want one, you're going to have to go and speak very nicely to your Lamborghini dealer because they're hard to get hold of, but they start from £450,000, which for a 1,000 horsepower supercar is not bad at all. So this is Lamborghini's first ever plug-in hybrid. Obviously the Shan before it was a hybrid too, but not a plug-in hybrid. What that means is, in quite an unconventional place under the carbon fibre bonnet, we've got this charging flap, which is where you plug your car in, where you might just plug your electric car in too, but obviously this is much more than your little daily electric car. This car achieves a whopping 6 miles of electric only range, which I have to say isn't very impressive, but it's not the point. The power is there to get you off the line, to fill in the gear changes and so on. Moving around to the interior, really nice and spacious in here, lots of cool details like the stitching in the headlining, matching the stitching in the seats, and the black and yellow in here, obviously matching the black and yellow that we did on the exterior, but completely redesigned with regards to infotainment. Obviously the Aventador was getting quite dated. We've got this sleek screen here, which has got the Revuelto on it. Really nice detail. I mentioned 6 miles range earlier. The car's actually saying 5 miles range and 100% charge. Never mind. We've got the central screen here and then the passenger display there. So when you've got your passenger with you, they can see just how fast you're going, deploying that whole 1001 brake horsepower. But yeah, really nice to see a complete redesign in here. Satin carbon fiber everywhere. Other differences from the Aventador, we've got this epic exposed engine. There's literally no cover on here. Bit reminiscent of the Bugatti Veyron, so it's really cool to see. Obviously don't touch it after you've been driving. The top of the V12 out on display for everyone to know that you've got a Lamborghini supercar. And then another big difference to the Aventador, which helps with the weight, although this is still 200 kilograms heavier than the last Aventador at 1770 kg. And the rigidity, it's got this carbon fiber monofuselage, which is essentially part carbon fiber chassis, makes the car rigid, holds the electric motors and the engine and the gearbox all together, and the result is this fantastic looking beast. I actually really like it. And we're not stopping there. We've actually got a third car hiding at one of our other sites, Lamborghini Revuelto. First 3 in the country, obviously here on the Topaz YouTube channel. So we're going to head over there now and check it out. There you go, guys. Those were the first 3 Lamborghini Revueltos in the country for PPF here at Topaz Detailing at our various Topaz sites, with the last one here being the Revuelto that obviously we did with the Satin PPF and the black roof, and really nice details all around. So I hope you enjoyed this video, a little bit of an insight into Lamborghini's latest 1000 horsepower supercar.